So I would say it's a call for empathy and a call for just normalizing things that are normal if you look inside. They're not that scary. Yeah, desire should not be a very scary concept for anyone.
How do you envision your future? It's a question we have all faced across dinner tables, often leaving us grappling for answers. In a world where societal norms dictate our paths, how do we distinguish between our true identities and the role society expects us to play? Joyland by Saim Sadiq is a Pakistani film about human beings, or rather the victims of a patriarchal system. It delves deep into the heart of transgression and the desire against the assigned roles within the tapestry of Pakistani culture. Transgression, by definition, is an act that defies established norms or conventions. In Pakistan, the family is the cornerstone of society, with the concept of relationships, or in Pakistani culture referred to as wasta. It plays a pivotal role, with families being such closely knit units. Honor and privacy are paramount. Matters of concerns, financial or otherwise, are kept within the family's confines. The traditional patriarchy structure, where the eldest male leads and specific gender roles are assigned. Joyland portrays the turmoil in its cast of characters, where they depict transgression against these norms, yet it is what we only know as human desires. When we are first introduced to Haider, the husband, we see a man caught in a tug of war between his gentle nature and the heavy expectations of masculinity placed upon him by his Abba and Salim, his brother. Unlike his older brother, Haider's character shines a light on the diverse spectrum of masculinity, highlighting that not all men fit the traditional mold. We can see the expectation of Haider as the male figure when Abba's expectation of him is highlighted through stating his desires of wanting him to have a child and a high-paying job. These desires weigh heavily on Haider, as we see how he has to lie about his job that he is a stage manager in the dance club. Interestingly, while most find solace at home, Haider feels most himself at the theatre, which is rather an irony when his best performances are at home and not in the theatre. It's here that we see beyond Haider the husband and get to know Haider the individual. His bond with Baiba not only offers him comfort, but also becomes a journey of self-discovery, unveiling his true sexuality and his innate flair for theatrical performances. Through Haider, the film beautifully unravels the layer of desires and identities that offer. In Joyland, Sadiq challenges the patriarchal norm and contrasts the struggles that these characters face. Right next to Haider, we have the determined wife Mumtaz that is passionate about her work, yet entrapped by societal expectations.
तो बच्चे मेरे थोड़ी हैं मतलब
तो बीवी तो मेरी है ना अगर बात हिसाब किताब की है
मतलब
तो
नहीं
हिसाब
था,
किताब
मैं
कर
ये
लेते
ये मुमताज को घर पे तवज्जो देनी पड़ेगी, घर रहना पड़ेगा।
नहीं अब्बा
This is contrasted with his trans performer lover Baiba, a symbol of resistance against societal judgment. While Baiba seeks acceptance for her true gender, Mumtaz grapples with societal expectation of motherhood and career. Both women in their own ways challenge and transgress societal norms. Yet, there is a clear distinction between the two, as Mumtaz finds herself helpless in the patriarchy and eventually took her own life. Baiba emerges as a formidable force, refuses to submit to the system. Her command over an all-male group of dancers is a bold subversion of the Pakistani status quo. Contradictory, her retainment of her masculine traits is a sad yet necessary shield to defend her against a society that misunderstands her. In a perfect world, all three of them would be free to express themselves. Sadly, that isn't a world they or we live in. The film shows how these people are brought down not necessarily by malice intentions, but by a lack of compassion, because those around them fail to see them as human beings and instead only view them as their assigned roles. This is perfectly illustrated by Nuchi during Mumtaz's funeral.
हाँ पागल हो गई, भाग रही थी वो, मैंने रोका उसे तो मैंने भी किया है, और ये जो यहाँ मुंह लटका के खड़ा हुआ है ना, इसने भी किया है, हम सब ने मारे, नहीं करनी मुझे आराम से बात, छोड़ दे मुझे।
Ultimately, the film subverts its audience with Mumtaz's tragic decision to take her own life, seeking freedom in the only means that she can in this patriarchy society. Mumtaz's death paints a picture of what happens when we remove one's humanity and render them invisible by projecting a crushing expectation upon them. In an interview, Sadiq mentioned how the implications of transgression in Joyland are profound. Apart from the characters' personal turmoil, Sadiq uses cinematic techniques like mise-en-scène to amplify the emotional impact, drawing viewers into the character's world, This joyful visual taste emerges throughout the sequences set in the family home's courtyard and in a nightclub. Sadiq also highlighted the deliberate focus on an erotic dance theatre. Sadiq portrays Pakistan as a nation rich in complexities, where deep-rooted religious practices like praying 5 times a day coexist with societal contradictions. Even a patriarch, traditionally seen as the beacon of morality, can exhibit dualities, sometimes indulging in transgressions themselves and frequenting places that challenges their very moral standing. Ultimately, Joyland leaves us with the conflict between endearing cultural norms, yet learning how to look beyond our own bubble to respect them for who they really are and who they want to be, and not what society or what we want them to be.